How are you doing, my fire signs? How are you doing? Look it. I've been wanting to do a reading for you guys. I'm a fire sign too. I'm a beautiful, full-blown Leo. Notice the mane. But we're gonna
I'm
do
an
a read.
honorary fire sign. I have a water, sun, and rising, but I do have 5 fire placements, so I'm allowed. I'm allowed to be here.
We're gonna do a reading, just current situation, obstacle advice. Current situation, obstacle advice. Very clean, very easy. So we're gonna lay down your current situation, your obstacle, and your advice. Again, this is based on fire signs. I'm going to pull overall, and I want you to pull overall, and we'll cross it. So the overall energy is the Seven of Wands. Beautiful. So we're already starting to where you're coming and defending something passionate about too. And I'm going to check this because sometimes my seven can be prideful. I want to double check. I'm not calling you prideful, but sometimes it does creep in. Okay. So that's where we go, my card. So your current situation is a big butt pentacle. Love it. You got a new beginning going on, fire sign. You've got some growth. You've got potential in growth, but basically you're blooming and it's large. And I'm loving this. I sense a lot of gold in your scenario, in your current situation. It could be from the sun or it could be from money, but I'm getting that too. I'm also getting a maturity aspect, like you graduated to something, and I want to congratulate you on that. So that's my first current situation. I'm going to leave it up to you now.
Okay, well, I drew a current situation card too. How interesting, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have 7 of your suit coming out as the first card. This is definitely a fiery time, and it's requiring you to passionately fight for your new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles because the devil came out with that Capricorn's major arcana. Now, the devil can show up as obstacles in your life. With that Seven of Wands right now upon you is the need to stand up and defend yourself against whatever this devil is for you. You could simply have a Capricorn in your life. This could be some kind of addictive behavior that you've been holding on to, things from the past, fears, self-doubt. The devil can represent many things. So whatever that is for you, we currently find you in the situation of needing to fight it off in order to have that stable new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles.
Which that's true too. And remember, it's your choice to be chained to that. You don't have to. It's your choice.
Yeah, specifically the way they show that here in the Good Tarot is one of my favorite because you can see she's drunk on her own temptations. So oftentimes the devil comes from within us, right? And it's the thing we need to conquer.
Okay, so now we have an obstacle. Obstacle in your life. You got your current situation, something big. The obstacle. Four of Pentacles. Interesting. It's another. I had this card in another reading, but here's the deal. Your obstacle right now, I am sensing you've got a pentacle, you got a pentacle, and you've got this passionate. I'm thinking that I am going to go not with the lack of. That's what I'm pulling on this. The lack of funds, the lack of money, the lack of. Uh, let me tell you, I what I get here is maybe the lack of you might be running into something without seriously being stable about it. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so if you're going to start a new adventure with the Ace of Pentacles, okay, make sure you're stable about the decisions you make. Make sure you're stable about the finances you'll need or just the planning you'll need. Again, this is all based on the pentacle aspect of it, very earthy, very grounded. And that's what I'm getting here. So your obstacle, I'm calling it, your obstacle right now is the fact of I want you to make sure that you put all your ducks in a row. And I'm sticking with that. So what do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, for sure. With the obstacle being the Four of Pentacles, and in your current situation, remember you had that devil. Now that clarifies to me that the devil could be a sense of feeling insecure or unstable because the challenge is you holding on to what little stability you have. The four is not much, but it is stable. And so by clinging to that, it's kind of not releasing the fear. And the fear could come from lack of abundance, right? Because what I got clarifying that Four of Pentacles is the Two of Pentacles. It's a very similar energy in that sense. It's kind of like trying to hold everything in balance through a changing landscape, trying to remain inflexible because there's a fear here. And whatever that fear is for you, it might be that it's going to take a lot for you to be able to make this change, whatever you're fighting for on your path with that 7 of Wands.
It's interesting. The Two of Pentacles, sometimes, and I've used this a lot, sometimes you could be looking at that one pentacle and not looking at the other pentacle. There's really no room for growth at that point or no room for options. And sometimes that pentacle could overwhelm you, take over, and there's no growth.
I have one
So,
more thing to say about that before we move from the Four of Pentacles. Because it was clarified by the Two of Pentacles, we now have six. So there is a little note there about collaboration as well. So maybe perhaps because it's appearing as a challenge, it's letting you know that there's other energies you could collaborate with in terms of bringing this to a better balance in your life. Could be a message for some of.
oh, here's the other thing, too. The universe has some advice for you, and it's the Three of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go look at there's two swords there. We know what's based on decision, right? But a clarity. I want you to have that. But this person can choose to let go of that third sword and then be back in decision making too. It's holding on to that third sword that really it takes all your energy, but all you have to do is drop it. And so the advice I'm getting right now is to step out, understand well, it's a temporary energy too, but understand that it is time to drop it and to move forward with another decision, which then will take us to your Ace of Pentacles. And the term that comes to me is there's no crying over spilt milk. Once the milk has spilled, what are you going to do? You're going to wipe it up, aren't you? You're going to disinfect the table. You're going to get a new place to eat at again. And all that stuff you used to clean up goes in the garbage. Where does that go? Away from you and to someone else's problem, which is the sanitation department. That's what I have.
So the Three of Swords is in a position of advice. Sorry, it's the first
Three
time
of
I've
Swords
worked.
is in the position of, you got your current situation, obstacle, and advice. Yes.
Okay. Interestingly enough, with that Three of Swords, as a clarifier, I got the Three of Pentacles. We have two threes. There could be another energy involved where it ought not to be involved, and that could be the devil energy that needs to be released. Alternatively, with this Three of Pentacles, that's one grounded, solid lesson per sword. So, in other words, the lesson here has to do with pain and how to build from that pain, how to regain stability in a way. Your advice is to turn your pain into work, to build on that, to create something stable out of the instability, if that makes sense. It also has that collaborative quality again.
I've been sensing that too. Definitely on that. But I think like the overall, do you want to button this up with an oracle or
Sure, let's get a couple actually. We're going to go to the wisdom of the oracle.
okay.
Colette Baron Reed. Let's see what she's got to say for whoever's resonating with this. We have deep knowing. So there is that kind of intuitive sense. There's something about this devil I can't get my head around, and I feel like you can't either. That's what it is. Okay, well, let's get one more for whoever's resonating with this. I'm going to take this one. We get chop wood. Now, chop wood is very much a card about putting in the work. We have so many pentacles here. So there's really an energy about applying a lot of diligence into overcoming whatever it is that's holding you back. This devil card is the key to the read.
Fire signs. I want to thank you for coming in. I'm very grateful I was able to read for you today. Um Again, it seems like a pretty dry kind of read, but really it's not. And if you're going through something, at least this might give you some advice. That's all I can tell you. I mean, it's what the universe wants you to know, not what I want you to know. What do you think?
I think what the universe is also saying in your current situation with the Seven of Wands and the Devil is that the ability to move forward on your path lies within your own power alone. The Seven of Wands is about being in a position to use your passion to fight off any obstacles that are going to try to keep you down. For yourselves, that obstacle is that Devil card. So remember, that's showing up in your own element for a reason. You have the passion to fight through that challenge.
And don't do anything without having enough savings.
Yeah, these pentacles for sure. This could be a money situation. Yeah.
You have a great day. Thank you.